infinite energy within you. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in others as well, so that you don't destroy them by your strength. You make them better and better. You become a servant of man. What a beautiful concept. Be and make. That shall be our motto. Vivekananda said, be men yourself. Help others to be men. That is Vedanta. That's the Gita. And so, in these 18 chapters, you have been given a profound exposition of the practical implications of Vedanta. When we began these Gita lectures 2 years ago, in June 88 or so, we first had 4 lectures, introductory. The Gita Dhyana Shlokas came in the beginning, then came Shankaracharya's 2-page introduction. That took a little, about 2-3 lectures. Beautiful. And we are concluding today with this note from Sanjaya, that where there is the spirit of Krishna, vision, and the spirit of Arjuna, heroic action, in that society all these blessings will come. We want to convert our country and the world into a blessing for all humanity and for animals. When human beings are good, animals also will be happy. Human beings are wicked, animals also will die. Just like our people, cupid people, seeking money, profit, killing away elephants and birds, and the whole species are being wiped away. That's going on today because the man himself is a hopeless beast in every sense of the term. No compassion for other beings. All that will change. Not only human beings will benefit, but all living beings and nature will benefit from this philosophy, the sense of oneness with all, including nature around us. That is the Advaitic vision, vision of non-duality, non-separateness. That is the Upanishad, that is the Gita. This is what was founded by Krishna in its practical implication to Arjuna and to all of us. Hundreds of years later, this will continue. What Warren Hastings said is so true when he wrote the introduction to the first English translation of the Gita, 1775 at that time. He was the first Governor General of India, British. So he wrote there, long after the British Empire shall have ceased to exist, and the sources of its wealth and power are lost to remembrance, writings such as the Gita will continue to inspire generations of men and women. And we are seeing it actually happening today. British Empire was perishable. It has ceased to exist. Empire of the Gita is expanding, spreading all over the world. That is the book we had the privilege to study during these nearly 2 years. And today is the end of it. Next time when we meet here, I hope to expound the source of the Gita, the Upanishads, particularly 2 of the biggest and the most powerful Upanishads, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, all the beautiful passages from these books we shall deal with during our Sunday meeting here, because Vivekananda wanted our nation to be based on the Upanishads. A new society, a new civilization we can build up, perfectly creative and intensely humanistic, based upon that philosophy of the Upanishads. A philosophy which speaks only of strength and strength and strength. No touch of weakness you will find, no touch of fear you will find in the message of the Upanishads. So he wanted our people to derive inspiration from these Upanishads. The more we study this, the better. So we have already studied some of the Upanishads during the previous years, all these 14, 15 years now. But from next week, when we meet next occasion, I shall take up the Brihadaranyaka for the first time. As it is, it will be on only 21st October. I have got to go to many places. Next Sunday I go to Madras, Trivandrum, Kottayam, particularly Kottayam, Malayalam Manorama, that wonderful newspaper, their centenary. Chief editor wants me to be with them on the 28th of September. Then I return on Sunday evening, late in the evening. The next Sunday I fly to Calcutta to address the trustees' meeting. and other meetings also there. Then I have to come back here only before 21st to be able to commence the lectures on the Upanishads on 21st Sunday. In the meantime, Swami Paramarthananda will conduct these 4 Sunday lectures on a beautiful subject. We are in front of the Durga Puja coming from 25th or 26th or so. That subject he will expound, known as Durga Devi Mahatmyam, the glory of the God, a Divine Mother. It's a wonderful book and wonderful philosophy. So Swamiji will take up that subject during the next 4 Sundays, and 21st we shall begin the Upanishads. So let us spend a minute in silence, and then the people have told me that these people, who are a good number of people, 3 or 4 people, are joined together into a committee, registered body. They are taking video of all these lectures from June 88 onwards. About 30 cassettes it seems to be compressed in, and that will be put on the market for sale after 2-3 months, after all the editings are over, and they are doing it as a matter of love, just to spread this knowledge among people here and there, etc. So that you can get information later on from the Swami of the office, Ramakrishna Mutt office here. That is just an information for all of you. So we shall spend a minute in silence and then leave. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. Salutations to that Divine Mother who exists in all of us as Shakti, energy, as the Mother Heart, Matrurupena. Salutations to her again and again.